channel. Today I'm going to be doing this eye look today. It's definitely super different. I've never ever done anything crazy like this. I usually just like to stick to the bronzer, the mascara, and call it a day. But I went crazy and did a lower lash line look. I'm going to insert some close-up videos so you guys can definitely see what it actually looks like up close. But yeah, if you guys want to see this eye look, it's amazing, I promise. Then keep on watching. Alright, so now I'm going to be applying just concealer. I usually just like to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and put it on my eyelids. And from there, I like to take a beauty blender and just blend that out. You want to make sure that you blend it out to the tape also. So what I like to do, I like to take a bone color, which I usually like to use this one right here, or I have a Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, or like this color. So any like banana, any kind of like a white, like an off-white color. You don't have to do this, but it's definitely gonna help with your eyeshadow to stick where you want it to stick. So I'm gonna take the Kat Von D one. I'm just putting it on like a big fluffy brush like this for your eyes. This one's by e.l.f. I'm gonna go in with my Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette, and I'm going to be grabbing, I'm gonna start off super light and build it up. I'm gonna be going in with this third shade right here. And I'm gonna be taking it on this Morphe brush that I always use. I don't know what the name of it, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put it on my brush and always tap off the excess. And I'm just gonna go in, I guess. I'm just gonna buff it into the crease. And remember, this is your transition shade, so you want your transition shade to look somewhat subtle. And it's basically what it says. So transition shade is going to have your shimmer transition to your crease color, to your, you know, it's all gonna blend everything together in the end. So you wanna make sure that you put this like literally like right in the middle, like right in the crease and right over. And throughout this whole entire look, you wanna make sure that you are blending the eyeshadow to the tape, because you don't want to peel off the tape and not have that defined line right there because you didn't blend over your eyeshadow. So now I'm going to start building up the crease. So now I'm going to be going into the color that was right below, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna be taking that shade exactly on the same brush we just did with our transition. And I'm gonna apply this a little bit tighter and a little bit more defined to the crease. I'm not gonna just brush it, you know, sloppy like I did with the transition shade, because this is gonna be a lot darker. And obviously you're gonna see the darker colors a little bit more than you're gonna see the lighter colors. So I'm just going to position it right at the corner of my lid of my crease like this. And I'm not gonna carry it all the way into the inner corner. I'm trying to have that wispy, nice looking, you know, I don't want my eyes to look too heavy in the inner part of it. So I'm gonna just make sure I get that into the outer V. And after step by step, you can feel free to blend these eyeshadows in. It's gonna be a lot easier in the end, because if you blend while you're going on, it's better than to wait towards the end and blending it all together. Okay, so now that is blended, I'm going to go in with a darker color. If you haven't noticed, going from light to dark is usually the way you build up an eyeshadow look. Obviously you can do it whatever way you want, but this is how I like to do it, and I find this way is super easy. So I'm gonna go in with a darker brown, and this is gonna be applied more towards the outer V. I'm gonna go into this Morphe 25A palette right here. It looks like this. I'm gonna be going in with, I think, this color right here. You guys can see it's like a darker brown. It's not gonna be super rich, you know, or super brown, but it's definitely going to build up that look. I'm taking this on a Naked brush that came with the Naked Smoky palette, and tapping off the excess. I put it right on the tip, so I'm not gonna be like brushing it all over the place. And I'm literally just going to apply that to the outer V, and I don't wanna bring this up too far because I don't want my eye to look heavy at all or anything crazy like that. Blending is a super important step because you do not want any harsh lines or any separation. Like, you don't want to see where it's you know, dark brown to light brown to white. Like you want that all blended out and seamlessly. Now I'm going to go in with a darker brown. Like I said, we're building up. Go back in the Morphe Jack and Hill palette. I'm gonna be going in with this color right here, the one right above the black right here. I'm going to apply that literally just right in the outer V. I'm just kind of like gonna pat it and then I'll blend it out. So I don't know if you can tell, but this one, I just poked myself in the eyeball. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like I was saying, this eye right here is a lot more blended out and a lot more smooth. When you can see this eye, it's a lot more concentrated right here because I haven't blended it out. I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna try to see if I can zoom you guys in or not. But like I said, like right here is a lot more concentrated, a lot more patchy than it is on this side because we blended this out. This is what we want, this is what you don't want. So you wanna make sure you blend that sucker out. I'm gonna go in with this color right here, right above that gold right there, that gold shimmer. I'm going to apply it on the brush that we've been using this whole entire time. And I'm going to apply this super, super, super gently because this is the darkest color. If we screw this up, the whole look is ruined. So I'm literally just going to go like this and just dab it right in there. So I'm gonna go like this and literally like not even that much. And then make sure you tap this off as you should with every color. And I'm going to apply this right on the corner right here. It's kind of like making circle motions, kind of, if you can tell. Just gotta make sure it's like in there. And we're good. Like I said, I'm not gonna screw around with it too much. I'm gonna take that blending brush and blend that out. So now that you have blended it up into the tape and you are ready to take the tape off, then feel free. Okay, so as of right now, you don't really see that, you know, big of a line because I don't have any foundation on. I haven't really concealed it and, you know, did my thing with it. So what I'm going to do now is finish up the top of the eye, and what I'm going to be doing with that is taking this, I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's a BH Cosmetics brush. It's like a little, you know, eyelid brush. I'm going to be taking a, I don't really want a lot of glam up here. I kind of just want to keep it matte. No, but you have to edge it. I'm so silly. So I'm going to be going in back with the Kat Von D palette. I'm going to be taking that banana powder right here that we used earlier, put it all over the brush, tap it off, and I will just put that over my lid right here. And I like this step because this is a good way to, like, it's a good step to just define where your lid is and then where your crease is, which I think is like so satisfying to do. And if you feel that you went over the eyeshadow a little bit too much, you can just blend that away like that. And it comes back. Okay, so now that we set our lids with the off-white banana, whatever shade you wanted to use, I am going to now look for a shimmer eyeshadow that's not going to be too overwhelming. I'm not looking for any type of glitter or anything crazy like that, but definitely going to want a little bit of sparkle up on the lid. And I don't want it to be too crazy to take away from the blue, because what I'm wanting to do is put a blue on my lower lash line. And it's going to be like the main part of the look. I don't want a super bright, shimmery, glittery eyeshadow on my lid to take away from the blue. I feel like that's going to be way too much. I mean, this is my first time doing it, so I don't really know what's going to happen, but that's my thoughts. So I'm going to go in with the paddle brush that I used by BH Cosmetics that I use for the powder on my lid. I'm just going to dip it right in to the first eyeshadow of this palette. Definitely tap off the excess. And I want to start by putting it in the inner corner and bringing it out, because you don't want a lot of shimmer right here, because like I said, you want that to be a gradual change. Usually I would spray this shadow with some Fix Plus to make it pop in, but like I said, we don't want that to happen. We don't want that super sparkly lid like I usually try to go for, because I'm trying something new and gonna have a lower lash line that's gonna pop. I'm gonna want it to pop at least. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's what I'm going for. So now that you did that, it's important to go over and just blend out that line, because you don't want it to be shimmer dark. Like, you want that to be a gradual transition. which was the whole point that we used that transition shade. 1, to help blend all the colors together, and 2, to start building up. And I'm just going to define a little bit more of the crease since I did apply a light shimmer to it. So what I'm going to be doing is taking the first shade that we use, which is our transition shade. We're gonna use that. I'm not gonna apply a lot, tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna go over the crease, right kind of right between the shimmer we put on and then all the other shadows. I'm just gonna try to blend that in with each other, if that makes any sense. This is just to blend that shimmer in with the other eyeshadow. Just like that. It looks so good. I'm so happy. All right, so now that my eyeshadow is on, we are good to go. I'm not going to do the lower lash line until I have foundation and concealer on. It only makes sense because I want this to be concealed and everything before I go in with eyeshadow. Because if you did it the other way, it might be a little messy. But that's your call. So I will be right back when I have my foundation and all my other good stuff on, and we will finish this. Alright, so as you can see, I have my foundation. The blue that I wanted to do for my lower lash line is either these two. I'm not sure which one I want. One of these two right here. I think I'm gonna apply both. I'm going to apply, I think both of them, like I said, just because one's a matte and one's a shimmer. This one right here is a matte, and this one over here next to it is a shimmer. So I'm going to apply the matte first, of course, is what you always want to do. Apply your mattes and then your shimmers. So let's see here. I am gonna go in with, I don't know. I'm gonna go in with a Beauty 360, just a cheap brand. This is, like I said before, I even bought my makeup. Like when I first got into makeup, I bought, so I'm gonna be going in with a, just a thin brush like this by Beauty 360. I'm gonna be going in with a matte shade. I'm gonna be applying enough and then tapping it off. I'm so scared. I'm gonna start in the middle of the eye and brush it out, because I think I want to blend in some browns over in the corner, and I don't want obviously dark anywhere near the center of the eye or the center of the face. I'm going to do is put some dark brown in the corner to blend out the brown into the blue, because we want that all blended out. This one right here, yeah, we use this fudge on right above the black. Be going in with that one right there. I'm gonna take that same brush that I used at the end, and I'm just going to dip this into that matte blue that we have been using. I'm just going to blend that a little bit more and maybe a little bit more down. Now I am going to go in with this paddle brush that we used earlier for the shimmer. And I actually, before we do that, I'm gonna use, because I usually use this brush for my brow bone. I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna grab a banana powder, whatever powder you want. I'm just going to shape under the eyebrow. This is a super quick and easy step that makes a huge difference. Now I can dirty it and put the shimmer on. So I'm going to put in that shimmer. I think it's called Pool Party actually. I'm going to apply it to the tip of this brush, tap it off, and I'm going to be applying this to the center of my eye and then dragging it out towards the blended parts. So I'm going to be applying inner corner highlight to my tear ducts, or my inner corner of my eye. I'm going to be using this brush right here. Make sure you just wipe it all off on a towel or whatever. It looks good to me. And I'm going to be applying the same exact highlight that I used for my face, just to make that more pop and more. Okay, so this concludes my video for this eye look. You guys, I am obsessing over this. I hope it was an easy, try to like do step-by-step instructions. I usually don't do that during my videos. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please, please, please make sure to tell me down below in the comments. Please don't leave without subscribing. You don't want to miss out on those videos. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.